Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo and welcome to my scrapbook table. This layout is, I don't know that it's a layout. There's no photographs on it, but it is the concluding page to the family old photo album that I shared a flip through earlier this week. I'll put the link to that in the description box below. So I'm printed out this quote on vellum, and when I print on vellum for my scrapbooks, I usually heat emboss that with clear embossing powder. I just feel like it will last a little better that way. So that's what I did for there. I've also fussy cut some flowers. I have these puffy hexagons. I'm trying to get used up. I'm nearing the end. I had a ton. And I also cut some journaling strips. I think I cut 4, but I only used 3. They're going to go there with just a tiny bit of journaling. The fussy cut florals that I added, I am going to pop some of those up and layer them over the florals that are already there, just to add a little bit of texture, since the everything else is already on that background paper, so it's very flat. So I wanted to add just a little bit of texture and dimension to this page. I will probably have to go back and re-adhere that vellum down. My vellum adhesive is in a box that I just couldn't get to quickly, and so I ended up just using a little bit of temporary adhesive, but I have some good vellum adhesive that doesn't show through, so that's what I'll use. I am trying to use up these dimensionals. I have no idea what brand they are or where they came from, but I do not like them. And I decided whatever I didn't use on this one, I am throwing them away. So they are gone. I used all but about a quarter of one of the pages of them, and there were lots. So I popped that whole thing up. The one that's going to go here on the right, I want it to be flat to the edge of, or flat at the edge of the page, but then bumped up as it moves toward the center. I wish I had done that on the other one as well, but that's okay. I also have some little leaves here that I am tucking in around some of these flowers. And I put some beneath each of the clusters. That one I had to cut a little away to get it to go where I wanted. Then I realized, oops, I'm covering up one of my words. The quote is Dr. Seuss's, "You never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory," and I thought that fit well to be the last page in an album of old family photos. They range from, there's a few, just a couple really early ones. Like I think there's one from a couple from the 20s. There's a couple from the 30s, a few more from the 40s, but then it picks up in the 50s. And so that is what is in that first album. There'll be another one, a continuation of that. It's already mostly done. I have to go in and fill in a couple of things. And then I'm going to have to try to find a third album like this, because I really would like to keep them all in the same album. I should have bought 3 or 4 when I bought the first 2, because I doubt Hobby Lobby has them anymore. But maybe I can find one on eBay or something. So the last thing I am doing, other than the journaling, is adding some of these little puffy hexagons. I really want to get this page used up. I'm getting there. I think I bought 2 or 3 packs when Felicity Jane was not going to carry much scrapbooking stuff anymore. So I got a deal on them, and I'm really glad I did. I have used them in so many different types of pages, and they're nice to just add a little something when I don't know what else to do. I don't know that I will use up those mustard color ones, because that tends to not be a color I use very much. And I decide I'm going to tuck that one way up under that flower so it just barely peeks out. We're coming to the end. There'll be a couple of still shots and you'll see my journaling. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm grateful you're here. If you're new, I would love it if you would subscribe. If you have any comments, would love to see those too. I hope you have a great day. Bye.